Hi class, this is JilMac. This is about assignment 6. In assignment 6, we start to expand and go beyond W3 schools. And we start learning about SQL and how to use SQL on our shared web host, ClassWeb. So we're going to use a textbook, and now CCV is able to have eBooks available at the Hartness Library. And one of the ones I like to use for SQL is PHP and MySQL by LarryUllman. We have the 4th edition, which has really great files. There is a newer 5th edition, but the files aren't as great, and so it's just as easy to use the previous version. So how do you go and get this book? So in our course, we go to, or any CCV class, you go into the Hartness Library on the right navigation. And from the Hartness Library, we can just type in the author, which is LarryUllman. And it gives us a list of all of the textbooks that he has, which are quite a few. And I've been using his books for quite some time. I like the quick start guides. As we scroll down through, you can see there's e-commerce with PHP and MySQL. There's advanced object-oriented. There's some JavaScript ones. There's PHP for the web. But we really want PHP and MySQL for dynamic sites. And we want the 4th edition because the files are better. It also has a video quick start guide, and this is really helpful to anybody doing localhost. For our class, we're going to be using ClassWeb, but for students who have installed localhost, they may find this video helpful. So we're going to go into this textbook, and when we scroll down, we want the electronic book, and we want to go to online access. So when you scroll down, you go to online access. When you go to online access, you're going to bring up the physical book itself. So we're really using, I'm going to look up the table of contents over here. We're going to be doing Introduction to MySQL, Introduction to SQL, Database Design, and Advanced SQL and MySQL. So that's what in Assignment 6 we're doing, Chapters 4 and 5. Chapter 7, Assignment 7, we're doing 6 and 7. And as you read through here, it's going to tell you about SQL and kind of what it is doing, some of the different definitions and things like that. Now, along with this book comes a download. So if we go back to our class site, if we want the downloads to get this, the easiest way is to go to LarryUllman's personal site. And from there, you can go to downloads. When you go to downloads, you're going to get this PHP 4 scripts. When you download the scripts, it's going to bring up, let's see, I just had it here. This is my file explorer. And I've put it in my advanced ClassWeb. And you can see that there's a chapter, there's a folder for each of the chapters, but there's no folders for chapters 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that's because they are in a file called SQL.SQL. I've made a few changes, and down at the bottom of our page, you're going to be able to see the SQL JilMac updated. So when you go to our class page, the assignments, if we scroll all the way to the bottom, and I have this in hot pink, SQL JilMac updated SQL, and if we go all the way to the bottom, we've got this file SQL updated SQL that you can click on and download. So if we open this up, what we see is this file, and it has some of my notes in it. You'll see JilMac students will create tables like that, and we'll cover this a little bit more in the next video. See you then.